Hi everyone, this is Shivraj. Welcome to the episode 5 of English with Educational Brand. Today I am with Prasad sir, Bright Business School at Akshay Park, Hubli. He's going to give a lot of idea about what is BBS, what is it doing for the students in Hubli, and he's also giving a lot of information on who should choose MBA, what is MBA, what students can learn out of this MBA. Hi Prasad sir, can you please introduce about yourself, talk a little bit about the BBS?
Hi everyone, I am Dr. Prasad Rodigi. I am the director of Bright Business School. So we run an MBA program, Masters of Business Administration. It's a 2-year program affiliated to Karnataka University and approved by AICTE, New Delhi. So we have a intake of 180 students. Then we have specialization in marketing, finance, and HR management. So that's about our course. We are located at Gokul Road, Hubli. So our approach to management education is slightly differs from other institutions, where we focus a bit more on practical inputs, right? Because theory makes them to clear their examination, but practical exposure makes them to feel confident and face the world. So that is where our students score a bit more high on their skill sets. So I think which has resulted in first batch board placements also. So that is just a brief about our college, that is BBS.
So it's interesting when you say that you follow the practical approach. Give the example, what kind of practicality you instill in the student's mind.
Okay, it's usually like, for example, let me take an example of a marketing management subject. So marketing management course, we just for example, if I have to teach on the concept of segmentation or the marketing mix. So what we do is like we ask students to visit a small micromanagement enterprises over here in and around, and they do visit over there. Then they do talk to people over there. Then implement the concepts what they have learned. So how to segment a market, how to promote a product, so how to use the social media. So what will be the punchline, what to highlight. So USP of that business, right? We say a unique selling proposition. So USP of what is the USP of that business, and students will try and see that whether they can implement what they have learned. So that makes them feel a little bit more confident, and they take interest in learning. So that's the advantage of the practical exposure. For example, in case of finance subject, we take them to stockbroking company, make them work on the panel. So where they trade in a share market. So hypothetically also, like they do set up their own demat account and go for investment.
Okay.
So they see themselves that as an investor.
Okay.
So that makes them feel confident at the end of the course. So that is an approach which we follow.
It is very important, sir. As a businessman, everyone wants to profit in the beginning when they invest. So you also, with this practical learning, they will also learn, even if I lose, how to overcome these things. Can you tell me 2 or 3 things why one should choose BBS, not other? How is it unique? Bright Business School is unique in Hubli.
So as I told you, mention about practical exposure is one thing, where we call it as an experiential learning. That is the first and foremost approach. Then we don't teach them, we don't make them ready for only examinations. We try to develop their personality and make their personality to face a competitive world. So at the end of 2 years course, our students should feel confident to face a corporate world, to face challenges in life, not just clear an examination and score maybe around 70 plus. No. So that is where is the second point which we try to do it. Third one is we focus more on placements, because MBA is placed as a course for the good placements. So we do focus on placements through our pre-placement training program.
Okay.
What we do is like we conduct a test, by name PAT, that is pre-assessment test. When a student enters into MBA program, so we assess their communication ability, we assess their aptitude, we assess all the parameters required. Then we train them based on their assessment. So every semester end we do conduct an examination and test their improvements in these abilities. So this pre-assessment test will help us to understand the student in a better way. Then at the end of a semester again we look at what is the required the skill set. Again, if need arises, then we modify the training. So by end of third semester, they are well versed with their placement preparation. Actually, we conduct a mock interviews for them, mock GDs for them. So actually, we involve people who are from industry to do all these things. So that will make the student to test themselves where they stand.
And what is the placement percentage, sir, and highest package?
Okay, so out of total 120 students, so 2 students have left MBA, so it is 118 now.
Okay.
Out of 118, it is around 96 students have been placed.
Oh, great.
It is almost around 88 to 90%.
Great.
And good placements on an average, it is around 5 to 5.5 lakh. Ranges from there to highest is only one student.
Okay.
That is around 13.96 lakh.
Great, sir.
That is in Tamil Nadu Mercantile Bank.
Okay.
So that's how the thing is. So good companies like the Asian Paints, Dabur, and Baker Tilly is another MNC company, and Grant Thornton, ITC. So good FMCG companies have came over here and recruited our students. Student performance in project as well as in their placement activity, which is started already. So that seems to be fine now, but still yet to get into some good companies like consultancy companies, investment banking. That is our target for this coming batch.
Almost 90% of placement percentage. Problem is in this generation is that whoever there are many colleges around the Hubli, and there were engineering colleges, MBA colleges, BBA colleges. So students only look out for the practical learning and the placement. If you are providing both, then this is the best place for anybody. And who should choose this MBA course, sir?
Usually for graduates.
Okay.
So any graduate can choose this course.
Okay.
It is good that if a graduate comes from different backgrounds.
Okay.
For example, if they come from engineering background, they understand the production aspects over there.
Okay.
Then in MBA, they understand about marketing, finance, HR, so all related services.
Okay.
If they come from commerce background, that is also good. So they do get into finance field usually, and which helps them to build their career. We expect people from medicine also to join, but the number is very less now. But why is because whenever we do get in touch with hospitals and doctors, and a lot of hospitals have become corporate offices now, so they need administrators.
Okay.
But medical and paramedical students don't usually opt for MBA. But now there is a good demand for those students.
Okay.
So we want our paramedical students who understand the medicine, who understand how a hospital runs, what are the different departments of an hospital.
Okay.
So they should do an MBA to manage the hospital properly and see that they promote a hospital there and their services and maintain the kind of quality.
Okay.
So we expect people to join from that. That is another area where we look at. So science students as well as commerce and arts. So people from different background and different graduates, if they get into MBA, I think that will be more beneficial.
Okay.
Any graduate can join an MBA program.
And what do you suggest, sir? Immediately after completing the degree, one should join MBA, or so taking certain experience?
Both have got pros and cons.
Okay.
Like some people feel that at a stretch, let us finish education.
Okay.
So they complete graduation and then they get into MBA. So complete a graduation and post graduation and then move to job.
Okay.
But ideally, if they come from couple of years of experience after graduation, if they work for 2 years, then do an MBA, then students knows already that what is that I have to learn over here.
Okay.
What are the skill set I need to learn? So that is an advantage students will have.
Okay.
But sometimes what happens once you start working for 2 years, if you get a good job, then leaving that job and coming to MBA, sometimes it is a difficult decision to make.
So in that case, are you also offering distant education?
No, we are not offering distance. It is a 2 year full-time course. Yeah.
That's interesting, sir. And I have last one more question. So how we are adopting the students with the revolutionizing AI skills? Because AI is taking over most of the job and it's replacing the work culture in many of the companies. So how we are dealing with that, sir?
So now what we are making is like, we cannot avoid AI.
Yes.
So it is going to be there and it's a tsunami which we need to face.
Yes.
So we are making our students get adapted to AI through various training programs. So we are giving them a 1 week training program about how to use an AI in their day-to-day work. We have to dominate and control it.
Correct, sir.
So it happens. It's a new technology. Of course, people feel that it may take a job. It may not happen that way. But our people should be able to use the best of AI.
Okay.
And we have to be better than that. So we have to make our students better than AI and see that they use it as a tool.
Okay.
So not to become a victim of that.
Okay.
So that is where we focus and see that we make our students to use AI as a tool for the development.
More questions, sir. How important, along with all these skills, how important is for one to have the good personality and communication skills?
It is important to have good personality, the overall development of a person. That is why we don't much stress on what is the percentage they score at the end of 2 years. If they score around first class and distinction, that's enough for us. But only thing that along with that, what skills they develop. It may be communication skill, it may be negotiation skill, it can be the team player, how best I can adjust with as a team. So these skills plays a key role in defining a job tomorrow. So of course, as you said, like communication plays a very key role.
Okay.
So we do have the additional sessions on communication. So morning 8 to 9:30 we run those courses.
Okay.
And help our students to pick up in.
After watching this video, if anyone aspires to become choose MBA, pursue MBA, so is there any age barriers or anybody can join at any point of time?
Fine, no problem.
Okay.
But only thing we prefer a person graduate with 1 or 2 year of experience.
Okay.
That is there. Otherwise, immediately after graduation.
Okay. Would like to share with your audience, sir?
That's what today is a world of opportunities, and they should get into an education where they learn skills.
Okay.
They build their confidence, and see that they get ready to face the challenges. Olden days, I just complete a degree and if I do this branch, if I do this course, I get automatically a job. Those days have gone.
Okay.
Now you have to face the challenges. The advantage is that yes, one side you have a competition, but other side you have opportunities also. Abundant opportunities are there. There is a opportunities to become an entrepreneur and startup. So you can get into that domain of entrepreneurial learning also. So these are all the opportunities are lying for with our young generation.
Okay.
Only thing that discipline is one thing which makes everything possible.
Great. Yeah, correct.
So what I suggest to my young generation is to see that develop a discipline in your life to achieve anything. Accident, success is not an accident. So it is a result of hard work.
Correct. Yeah.
So that is what I can wish that my young generation follows and sees that they take it a bit seriously about their learnings.
Okay. Thank you so much, sir. Thank you so much for your time, valuable
Thank you
time.
very much.
Yeah.
I wish you all the best.
Thank you so much, sir. And if you are someone who are aspiring to pursue your MBA, I think Bright Business School is the best choice. Sir has given us a lot of information why someone should choose MBA and what is the industry requirements are there. BBS, it is not creating the students or it is not dealing with the students. It is dealing with the budding entrepreneurs with the practical learning. So if you are someone located in Hubli, Dharwad and aspiring to pursue your MBA, so this is Bright Business School is the best opportunity for you. Thank you so much for watching the video.